What's up? She's made a discovery that when I'm sitting in my chair, she can also sit in the chair. This is a new discovery for her. You headbutt me for. Here, you're turning your butt to the camera. Don't show your butt to the camera. Your tail's sticking up, bro. I know it's a sign of affection. She will headbutt my phone out of my hands, though. If I'm laying down and not paying attention to her, she will just headbutt my phone out of my hands, and it goes flying. She hits it pretty hard. Oh, I have a bunch of ideas I want to work on, so going live is a way to force myself to work on said ideas. Okay, honey. You said hi to stream? You can get down now. What happens if I just stop petting her? Yeah, what are you gonna do? I stopped petting you. Now what? Are you gonna lay down? She's making biscuits on my legs. Excuse me, ma'am. Could you get down so that I can do work? Could you get down so that I can go make a fish video? Stop making biscuits on my leg. Okay, I'm gonna have to put you down now so I can do work. All right, you ready? Oh, watch your leg. Watch your leg. And down. Okay. I'll be right back. Ugh. You okay? Ah! I got tangled. Are you okay, honey? Alright. Let's do some work, shall we? Children's hours are up. Now it's the working man's hours. Cat cam when? I've had a cat cam in my last like 4 streams. Video idea time? Yeah, I have a bunch. You know what? This is what I'll do. I'll give you guys my video idea list and you tell me which one I should work on first. We'll stick with the mid to good ideas. Here you go. These are my mid to good ideas. What do you guys think would be the most interesting? Trilobites? That one we would mostly be researching and putting together information. Trilobite idea? I'm down for the trilobite idea. It's funny, you guys are giving me the oh wait, I already did this one. Swamp eel would be like an active thing. I would have to do that. Checkered barb video would probably pop off for free, so I should probably do this one. I should like, you know what, I'm gonna I'm gonna italics the ones that I really should do. Really should do that. I really should do that. Really should do this. This will do well. This will also do well. These italics videos will probably do quite well. History of the world from the perspective of a fish. Yeah, I saw this video. History of the world bread, where it's the history of the entire world from the perspective of bread. And I was like, I could just do that with fish, bro. Does this cover fish politics? Of course. Yeah, the wish.com fish products, I don't know. I had that idea like years ago, and I looked at some of the products, and it's all like anything that's fish related is all like fishing with a rod related, and I don't really have the equipment to make that work. How about giving your editor $500,000 as a prank, but he gets to keep it? That's a good idea. What if all fish came back at once would be fire? I agree, but I don't see that video doing very well. Conceptually, that's a banger. Like, I would watch that video 100 times out of 100, and probably anyone who's dedicated enough to be in my Twitch chat right now would watch that video 100 times out of 100. That being said, I don't know that it would do that well. You should do it. I mean, it's on the ideas list for a reason. It's an idea I want to do. Oh, I still got to do this too. The cicada emergence. I really should do that. This is my content master document where I have all my ideas and things to do. And when I have a video to react to, I put it here. I think the NJ one would do well. Okay, let's make an order. Let's say you guys want to make a deal. I am not allowed to end stream until I finish the production side of 2 videos. Sure, let's do a Twitch poll. Poll me. I'm not going to end stream until I finish 2 videos. What video do you think would do well? This in itself is going to be I was not going to have this be a video, Ghost Boy. This was just kind of forcing me to work. Because all I wanted to do today is sleep because I feel like shit. So going live is a way of forcing myself to make a video. Okay. History of the world according to fish. That one would take a long time, but whatever. Don't eat sushi. Why so many trilobites? AVNJ is perfect ecosystem. How I found an extinct species. I don't know the exact title yet, but that's what the checkered barb video is. We'll go with that for now. Unbanned forms is done for a long time. All right, you guys can vote on which of those videos you think would do best. And we'll do the top 2 today. Some of them would take longer than others. Yeah, you just type the number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, number 1 would take a really long time, but I mean, it is a good video idea. So I'm down to do it. But if I'm finishing 2 videos today, I think these are my best 5 video ideas that are like achievable in a stream. This one's just the harder one. How I found an extinct species would do well. Yeah, I mean, the last time I made a video about rediscovering an extinct species, it was just rediscovering an extirpated species. And that video got, I think, 1 million views, didn't it? AVNJ Pearl Dace. 998,000. And this video sucked. This is one of the worst videos I've ever made in terms of quality. But the concept is just so damn good. So you're probably right, that would do well. All right, so the videos we're going to work on today is how I found an extinct species and history of the world according to fish. One of these will take significantly longer than there. Did you make or buy your fish viewer for minnows? The only one I find online are crazy expensive. I made them and I sold them for a while, but I'm not currently selling them. But I don't really have recommendations because I made them for myself and my friends and sold them, and they were much higher quality than anything I've been able to find online. Use Sakura to revive the Maryland Darter. Damn. Yeah, you missed the window. Let's see, Etsy. There was a window where I was selling them. You know, got a bunch of good reviews. Made 45 sales. I was only doing it for like 2 months. Sold a bunch of photo tanks and then stopped. All right, let's talk about when I found an extinct species. And I'll have to substitute some stuff in here. Did you make it with acrylic and putty? No, I used a mixture of acrylic and PVC plastic and then glass glue. All right, what is the title, chat? We don't really need the chat or the title right now. And I'm not gonna put my name under it like it's a fucking Biology 1 presentation. But is it how I found an extinct species? So basically what happened, I will give you guys the short version, is while in Malaysia, we found a species in a little creek that had not been seen in the wild for a very, very long time. It's like a popular aquarium pet, but was basically thought to be extinct in the wild. And we found it in Malaysia. It's so clickable, Sunday. It's so clickable. How I resurrected a fish species with dark magic. No, that's a bad title. How I found an extinct species is a great title. What was the title of the other one? AVNJ Pearl Days. How an extinct fish was found in a golf course pond. So should I just say like I found an extinct fish? You can literally watch the most recent video on the Weevil World channel, which will tell you what happened to Weevil World. No, I'm not adding at 3 a.m. gone wrong. Though the first thing we should probably do is get a cutout of the fish. Checkered barb. Who found one 3 months ago? Are these checkered barbs? In North Malaysia? This is not a checkered barb. That's not what this is. People are dumb. Barb. Is Barb and I actually barbs? It is. Okay. Hold on. Getting sidetracked to correct this dude real quick. Because this is wrong. We'll just put Kyprinids because I don't really know. How I found an extinct fish in Malaysia. I don't know if the in Malaysia adds any value. What was I doing? Checkered barb. Just add lots of red arrows to the thumbnail. See, I think you guys are oversimplifying what actually goes into this. All right. First things first. Cutout doesn't need to be great because I'm going to put an outline on it. Undead fish found on vacation. That sounds like the TikTok or the title of a clickbait TikTok, not of a video by a biologist. It's a nice looking fish. Well, you can see why they were popular in aquariums, despite being extinct in the wild. I already have a script-ish in mind. I'm gonna have to do some research because I don't know exactly when the checkered barb was thought to be extinct in the wild. Like when that started being a thing. I imagine it was pretty recent. I'll have to look into it. We'll have to do some research, chat. Again, it's not super important that this cutout is highly accurate because I'm going to put an outline on it. Well, actually, the first thing I'm going to do is blacken it out and put a red question mark. This is a classic. You guys will love this. I've done this in like 10 YouTube videos now. You just select pixels, then reverse selection. So it selects everything except the pixels. And then you color it in, and yeah, and you put a little red question mark on it, like it's who's that Pokemon. It's a banger for thumbnails. I've used it a lot of times. Now I'm missing some of the features that Krita has. Should I just be using Krita now? Now that I know how to use it? Like being able to change this without going over here was quite nice in Krita. Well, I don't know if that would be in the thumbnail. I'll have to think. Do I want to do another thumbnail with like a blacked out fish? And a question mark? I don't know how those have performed historically. I know the one AVNJ's Adventures did decent when I had it in the thumbnail, but AVNJ's Adventures are also just a whole separate breed of organism. iNatural's challenge run of outlines only. Sounds hard. I also had an idea that I want to do with my friend where we both have the same amount of time and we try to see who can find more species. And I could do it with my fishing friends, and then it would be like who can catch the most fish species in X amount of time in, 12 hours. And we just have all of New Jersey to work with, or wherever we want to go. See who pulls in the most species. We could also do a collaborative one, or I could do this with biologists of multiple types. Now, I would get fucked up if I tried to do this video with a botanist, and it was who could find the most plant species in X amount of hours. But I think it would be really fun. You just have a timer on screen, you switch back and forth between the two perspectives, which makes the video feel fast-paced. Unfortunately, you guys in Twitch chat are not a good representation of how a video will do, because there are a lot of good, interesting concepts that you guys would watch that the average person would never click on, Unfortunately, the reality. Even though they may be very interesting concepts. All right. First things first, file save. Make a copy of that. Second thing second, select all. Select pixels. Black. And then we need that red question mark that I always find on Google. Red question mark. I only watch Fortnite feet videos. It's not this one, is it? Where's the one I typically use? It's this.
Poggers.
Baller.
Rosemary. What's up? Thank you. You're like back in the community for real now, huh? You've been hanging. You've been making art and stuff. I don't know if this will look good, but we'll see. Color picker. That. I actually didn't miss many spots. It's impressive for me. Usually miss a lot more. That's all I missed, huh? On the whole fish. Does that look better or worse? I don't know. We'll download both. It's fine. That's my 3 downloads from Pixlr for the day. Okay. Checkered barb. Let's see. We'll insert both. I think it's good for this. Maybe for the thumbnail, I would do a not outlined one. I should have cropped it. I'm now realizing. Oh well. Yeah. Oh wait, I can crop it in this, can't I? Yeah. The magic of Google Slides. Fuck that. All right. That's a shit starting slide, but it'll do. All right. I guess let's organize this a little bit. I'm not gonna write this actually like this. I'm just setting it up like a PowerPoint from a fucking Psychology 1 high school presentation, but background info, when it went extinct. Oh, swapped those. How I found it. Explanations. Brazil. All right. You'll understand. Oh wait, is it Colombia? It might be Colombia, not Brazil. I forget. Regardless. All right, background info. Checkered barb. I want to know when it was thought to go extinct. Endemic to the creeks, rivers, and lakes of Sumatra. Oh, it's Colombia. It's been established in the wild. Habitat. It says endemic, but it doesn't say. Huh. I need information on when they went extinct, or when they were thought to have gone extinct in the wild. We could try this. Maybe Fishbase has information. The catalog does not. Shit, man, the study doesn't. So Fishbase is the only one with information. Least concern? What are you talking about? I'm trying to find the information that they're just not talked about. Oh look, it's my short on it.
This is the checkered barb.
It's got 35,000 views. No one provided it. Why no animated cat emote? What are you talking about? AVNJ pet the mala. Smaller. Oleochus oligolus. This is spotted barb in Peninsular Malaysia. Just this. Fish made its way to the New World and has been established. Huh. Alright, well, I guess this isn't as much of a video as I thought it was. Now I feel dumb spending so much time. From what I'm reading, there was no declaration that it was extinct in the wild. There's no information on its presence. But I was told Alright, we'll work on the history of the world according to a fish video then. This one will probably require a lot of research. Sick outline though, thank you. Title it how I thought I discovered an extinct fish. Just downgrade the title. All right, images, sure. Lancelet. This fucking thing. Get me one of them. And what is the most evolved fish, chat? What is the most hyper-evolved, weird-looking fish that exists in the modern day? Like the most recent fish. Pencil fish? Bees? This isn't a bad idea. These are cute. Elephant fish? Aren't elephant fish somewhat old? Or are they a new thing and I'm dumb? Well, they're in Fishing Planet, so we'll take it. Lancelet. Glowing tetras? Although that is not an evolution, I have to agree with you. Is this... Yeah, it has a background. BG remover. I'll probably make a better graphic than this in the long term, but for now you get the point. That's the highest quality PowerPoint I've ever seen. Oh, it's wonderful, but I should probably, like, at the very least, if I want this to look nicer, add some squircles. You know? Line up the squircles. And then I'm putting way too much effort into this bit, but you get the point. There you go. History of the world according to fish. Just move this one down a bit. YouTube will not be seeing this bit. This is just me doing work for a YouTube video. But see, we made it all nice all of a sudden. They both look so dumb, I love them. This is the start of fish, and this is the pinnacle of fish. All right. Ideally, I'm gonna do something along the lines of like reading with this in the background and then putting video on top of it. But I should be writing a script. That'll be easier than what I'm doing. I'm gonna do this to have it as background stock, but I should just write a script. All right. Let's go back. Dude, this is SpongeBob writing "the" on the paper. Hold on. Let my thoughts permeate. Let's go back, not all the way back, just right here. And it stops on the timeline. And it's like, meet the ocean's hottest new freak, the Lancelet. He's long. He can sort of swim. A little hot, like hot off the press, not like hot in an attractive way. I need to learn more about Lancelets. What else is unique about them? Oh, he's a chordate. And he's got this crazy thing in his back. The kids are calling it a spine. Kids are dumb though. It's not a spine. It is chordata, chordate. Is it a notochord? Yeah, it's a notochord. It is a notochord though. Let's go back. Not all the way back, just right here. Meet the ocean's hottest new freak, the Lancelet. He's long, he can sort of swim, and he's got this crazy thing in his back. The kids are calling it a spine. The kids are dumb though, it's not a spine. It is a notochord though, which is like the Walmart version of a spine. Anyways, this freak He digs himself into the sand sometimes. That's about all he does. But the kids love it. Are they the fish that looks like a French fry? They're this. I don't know if you would call that a French fry. They're just long. This freak swims around at the bottom of the ocean, digs himself into the sand sometimes. It's about all he does, but the kids love it. But things are about to change. He's so slurpable. An uncooked French fry. But things are about to change. This is literally what it's like when I write a script, by the way, Chad. I want you to know. It's me continuously writing, going back, cringing at things, saying things out loud to see how they would sound. But things are about to change. See, the lancelet is tired of being just another invertebrate swimming around the seas of, I don't know when lancelets were about. When did lancelets become fish? When was the first fish? Cambrian? 530 million years ago. Cambrian. Cool. Forbidden noodle. Lancelet's tired of just being another invertebrate swimming around the seas of the Cambrian. So he's going to become something more. Something beautiful. The first fish. Glorious music and... I mean, I don't even know that... Early examples are Hycunichthyes. Well, this is... You skipped so many steps. Dude, this thing looks fucking stupid. It's just a lancelet plus a squid. See, like, I could do better than this. Maybe not a whole lot better, but I could definitely do this when people talk about paleo art. Gotta get some love for these guys. All right, this is a good thing though. This is 12 million years after fish started. We'll just put Hycunichthyes on screen. I use brackets to denote what's going to happen in the video so I know later when I'm reading through the script. So that's like the title slide. Oh, actually, I could just put this on screen. Yeah, I should put this thing. Glorious music and title slide. First bits of fish history are a bit blurry. It's like a drunken night out where you black out, forget half the night, except we're missing 12 million years. 12 million years of creatures. But eventually, we found them again. And now they look like this. Hycunichthyes. What's going on? I'm working on the script for a YouTube video. I am working on the history of the world according to fish. Eventually we found them again, and now they look like this. They do look quite dumb. I don't even know what to compare this to because nothing looks like this. It's literally just like a squid plus a fish. It's a squish. How does bro stay upright? I don't know, they wouldn't have had swim bladders at this point, so they kind of just sunk. They look like a tongue. That's a good one. Which resembles a tongue more than it resembles a modern fish. But baby steps, okay? So you guys, you can contribute to the video. If you have good ideas, like make better scripts by having chat help me out. But eventually we found them again, and now they look like this, which resembles a tongue more than it resembles a modern fish, but baby steps, okay? Unpaid work. What's the other genera? This is the same fucking thing, but the fin is split. No jaws, no notochord. I should make a mention of the fact that there's no jaws. Late Ordovician. Oh, wow. So it took a really long time for jaws. And armor. For the next, I don't know, 50 million years or so, nature just sort of made a bunch of different iterations of this body plan. You've got Hyquictes. Hyquictes with the split caudal fin, which is Mylocunmingia. Mylocunmingia. What was the third genera? Doesn't say. Is there this thing? Zhongzhangthes. Oh, that looks like a lamprey. Did it have a funny nose? It had a funny nose. Hyquictes with a funny nose. Which is, my god, this is a abysmal name. Zhongjian Ichthyes. That has to be named after someone, right? Named after Zhongjian in China. Oh, it's the name of an island. Interesting. You've got Hyquictes. Hyquictes with a split caudal fin, and Hyquictes with a funny nose. Fish really weren't that creative at the time. I have done videos before about prehistoric fish. I had an entire series where I went over entire families of extinct fish. Talked about all the different species and drawings of them and such. Why does it look like his back is broke? I'm sure he's intended to look bendy, but without proper shading, the image looks 2D, which then makes it appear like his back is broken in half. It was only 3 videos, Ruiz. So there's not a ton of content out there. It did terrible for the time, which is funny because nowadays the amount of views that those videos got would have been a banger video, but at the time those videos were doing terrible. So I only ended up making 3. Fish really weren't that creative at the time. All right. The first bits of fish history are a bit blurry. It's like a drunken night out where you black out and forget half the night, except we're missing 12 million years of fish. But eventually we found them again, and now they look like this, which resembles a tongue more than it resembles a modern fish, but baby steps, okay? For the next 50 million years or so, nature just sort of made a bunch of different iterations of this body plan. You've got Hyquictes. Hyquictes with a split caudal fin, and Hyquictes with a funny nose. Fish really weren't that creative at the time. That was until... Oh, did I spell it wrong? Oh, there's an I. Google knows. Doesn't know that one, though. Hey, I spelled this one right first try, right? That's pretty fucking good. Just looked at it once and then spelt it right. That was, at least, gotta up the run time with transitionary words. Until the invention... I'm trying to think about how to word armor in an informative but funny way. Until the invention of... plates. Not dinner plates, but armor plates. Really tough pieces. I actually don't know what it's made out of. Will this be narrated by you or you as a fish? It's a great question. Are they scales? They're not scales, right? I made a whole video on that family, I believe, Ruiz. On placodermy. It's not even a family, it's a class, but I made a whole video on it. Made out of the will to live. These are teeth. What are the... What's the armor made of, man? Articulated armor plates. What does that mean? Could it be keratin? Well, shark skin is made of teeth, Juju. But it doesn't say teeth. It could be teeth, I don't know. There's really nothing on here, huh? Movable joint. A bony plate. So is it bone? I made a whole video about this, I think. And about this. Brenda's fell asleep. I mean, it very well could have been just bone. It's just bone like turtle shells then? Interesting. Let me look at the... A joint between the armor of the body and skull, an internal joint in its neck. Okay. Cool. Really tough pieces of bone formed into medieval quality armor. But what happens? One guy in the village gets armor. Well, everyone else thinks, shit, I don't want to be the only one without armor. So they get armor too. It's trending. But when everyone has armor, But when everyone has armor, how does anyone eat anyone else? Well, thus begins the arms race. Thus begins the first notable arms race in fish history. Predators get stronger and sharper teeth inside of stronger jaws, while prey cover themselves in thicker and more abundant armor plating. Actually, I want to switch this around. Prey cover themselves in more abundant plating. While predators get stronger and sharper teeth inside of stronger and stronger jaws. Stronger and stronger jaws. Wait. Back up. Jaws? Stronger and mightier. Stronger and stronger jaws. Stronger and mightier jaws. I don't like how mightier sounds. I agree I could use a different adverb. Or adjective or whatever. I don't like mightier though. Wait, back up. Jaws? What, you want me to play the Jaws theme here? That's fair. Is there a copyright-free version? I could probably get away with 5 seconds of it. I'll put the Jaws theme. Yeah, I could just put the da-da. Just that. Da-da. Yeah. It's not really clear what came first. But at some point, the fish went from these sucky do nothing faces to being able to chomp. This is possible through the magic of the jaw. Basically, some bones with the joint. It's at the top and bottom of the mouth and meat in the middle. Hey JJJ. It's not really clear what came first, but at some point the fish went from these sucky do nothing faces to being able to chomp. This is possible through the magic of the jaw. Basically some bones with a joint so that the top and bottom of the mouth can meet in the middle. It sounds incredibly simple. As you are watching this, you likely use your jaw for everyday tasks. So thank whatever ancient fish came up with that. Picture of some extinct fish saying you're welcome, because that would be funny. Look at how much writing I've done. You know how much this would turn out to if I read this out straight up? This would probably be like 1.5 minutes of video, and you need 8 minutes to properly monetize a video. Of course, we're still way early in fish history. This is going to be a long video, but, well, it probably won't be that long, but, you know, a long video to write. The fish has a Giga Chad jaw. That's not a bad idea. The fish is mewing. Sounds incredibly simple, but as you're watching this, you likely use your jaw for everyday tasks. So thank whatever ancient fish came up with that. Picture of some ancient fish saying you're welcome. At this point, the jawed fish and non-jawed fish known as Anatha, Anathostomes, and Anathostomes, respectively. This isn't a real thing, is it? Anathostomes. Why is it Nathostome and Nathostome? Nathostome, Anathostome. It sounds the same regardless. At this point, the jawed fish and non-jawed fish are pretty genetically separate. But it turns out the whole jaw thing was a good idea because they will dominate the oceans for the rest of history. While the Anatha are only left with a couple representatives holding on for dear life into the modern age. You may recognize the most notable a baffled buffoon. You may recognize the most notable, does that have an E? I don't know. Notable of them, lampreys and hagfish. Hey Nat. I want a calzone. Other than these guys though, I thought that said cat zone. Other than these guys though, the age of not having a jaw was over. And in came the biters. And now the biters came to usher in a new age of fishy goodness. Oh my god, Rose drew Mala and it's so cute. It was my background yesterday. I changed my background today, but my background yesterday was Rose's drawing of Mala and I. I wish I had taken a better picture. It's really hard to take a selfie with a cat where both you and the cat look good. In all of the selfies I've tried to take, either I look like a crackhead or Mala looks like she's like dying. It's really difficult. Do you guys want a cat cam while I work on this? Because she's just sleeping. All right. There you go. Oh. Is she gonna get up? Oh. I woke her up. Sorry, guys. She's over here now. Never mind the cat cam. She was on my lap when I started stream. Oh no, she's figured this out, man. Come on. She's figured out that this is a thing. We're all fucked. We're all fucked. She just discovered this today, that she can do this. And now I think she's gonna do it every time I'm on my chair. Yeah, she discovered today that she can sit on my lap. Is that a bad thing? Well, okay. I'll just work on the video like this. Here, hold on. Mala, I gotta lean in a bit. Here you go. I'll just work on the video. Other than these guys, though, the age of not having a jaw was over. Now the biters came to usher in a new age of fishy goodness. The most popular of the biters assisted in what I'm calling the age of armor was the Dunkleosteus. Dunkleosteus. Yeah, she headbutts a lot. She'll headbutt my phone out of my hand if I'm not paying attention to her, and instead she's making biscuits in my lap right now. I want you guys to know that. It's a nice leg scratch. I appreciate the leg scratches you're giving me. I know, you're purring so loud. She's got a hard job working the biscuit factory all on her own. That's so true, Mala. You're making so many biscuits for all the viewers. You're doing a great job, honey. Look at her paw. She's just making biscuits. Okay, most popular, who you probably recognize from some crappy YouTube video. Saw one while diving. If you don't have a jaw right now, you're an old and lame loser. You know, I think that line would be funnier if I didn't put it in the video, but I could be wrong. Neanderthals gave us allergies. I did not know that. At this point, the jawed fish and non-jawed fish, known as gnathostomes and anathostomes respectively, are pretty genetically separate, but it turns out the whole jaw thing was a good idea, because they will dominate the oceans for the rest of history, while the anatha are only left with a couple representatives, holding on for dear life into the modern age. You may recognize the most notable of them, lampreys and hagfish. Other than these guys, though, the age of not having a jaw was over, and now the biters came to usher in a new age of fishy goodness. The most popular of the biters who exist in what I'm calling the Age of Armor was the Dunkleosteus, who you probably recognize from some crappy YouTube video about how some guy saw one while diving. But the Dunkleosteus is far from the only armored fish of this era. Dude, she needs like crazy. She's making biscuits constantly. The Dunkleosteus is far from the only armored fish in this area. And I'd venture to say nowhere even near the coolest one. I'll put, you're purring so loud, honey. They're gonna hear you purring. Give her the mic? I mean, she's pretty close to the mic. I don't think I could give her the mic much more than I already am. She's just not loud enough for the mic to pick it up. Does she know her ABCs? She knows her needs. Do you see her paws right now? Look at her. Bro, she's shaking. She's purring so much. She's literally shaking. Because she's purring so hard. She's vibrating. She's 6 years old. Dunkalos is far from the only armored fish of this area, and adventure to say no, or even the coolest one. Where's the placoderm article again? Placodermy. Just pick out some of my favorite species to show off. This thing looks dumb. I like this one. Let's talk about that. Is it Bathriolepis? Bathriolepis canadensis. Bathriolepis canadensis. She's making so many damn biscuits. Bathriolepis. Keyhole opening in the midline. What a weird fish, dude. I don't even know how to describe this. Chat, can you tell me what this looks like to you? Give me an apt comparison for this fish. Crab tadpole, a banjo. A banjo is actually such a sick. No, I see it. I see banjo. Tadpole. I'm gonna go with banjo. An AirPod that got run over. Never mind. I was gonna go with banjo, but an AirPod that got run over is way funnier. Don't worry, you'll have your chances. We've got plenty of animals to describe. God, these are such big words that I'm trying to read. There are two openings through the head. A keyhole opening along the midline. Position of the mouth and the ventral is consistent with the typical horizontal resting orientation. It has a special feature on its skull, a separate partition of bone below the opening for the eyes and nostrils, including the nasal capsules, called a preorbital recess. Dude, how do you want me to translate that to YouTube? Which looks like an AirPod that... got run over and had some crazy face bone that apparently the science hippies wrote a lot of stuff about. Called a, what is it, preorbital process? Preorbital recess. Alright, who else we got in the placoderm book to talk about? Your shirt is funky. I got it in an airport in Alaska. Anytime I go anywhere, I get a shirt from that place, a sweatshirt from that place. And I did not have an Alaska sweatshirt, and I was flying home, so I just got one from the airport, and this is the only thing I could really find. It's not my favorite shirt. It goes hard in some situations. This one's quite cool. Tydontida. Tyctodontida. She's still vibrating, bro. Only known group of placoderms that were recognizably sexually dimorphic. Hey, that's cool. That's a cool thing to put in here. Major differences: they have shag green in their skin, armored plates. Oh no, these are not made of dentine. Okay. The Dictodontida, which look like modern day chimeras, but are in fact not related basically at all. When did rays and skates come around? Elasmobranch. First Elasmobranch. 383. Okay, we're still a ways away from the first Elasmobranch. Okay. Not related basically at all. And actually had the first fish identifications instances of sexual dimorphism, which is when the male and female species look different. Males had hook-like growths on their pelvic fins. In this case, some males had hooks on their fins to assist in the mating process. Horrified by their hands and screaming faces. It is really funny to look at a stingray face because we imagine a stingray face from above, but then stingray faces exist from below as well, and they look really funny. Sometimes they look funny, sometimes they look terrifying. They're in fact not related basically at all, and actually just when the male and female, in this case some males had hooks on their fin to assist in the mating process. Absolute adorably horrifying. And there's like 12 of them pressing against the glass screaming for help. My personal favorite. Back to the placodermy. Look at her falling asleep in my lap. My foot's asleep, but I can't move it now. Ah well. If it doesn't get enough blood, it doesn't get enough blood. I'm not gonna pet her now. She's falling asleep. She'll wake up if I pet her. Dude. This thing. Acanthothoraci. It's illegal to move when she's on you. I'm gonna be here all night then, because I don't think she'll go anywhere. She loves to sleep. Smartest species of whale or dolphin? I think orcas are more socially intelligent than humans. But it depends what you mean by smart. Which combined the idea of being cool, armored, ocean super predators with the idea of being a tadpole. 20 years in jail if I move? I can't sleep like this. This isn't even my normal chair. Sup, Arglamer? Glad you're not drunk right now. 2 nights in a row is concerning. Alright. Let's continue. Should I time this, chat? Should I get an idea of how long this is? Yeah, I'm gonna read it to you guys. Tell me if anything seems off, and I'm gonna time it as well. Let's go back. Not all the way back, just right here. Meet the ocean's hottest new freak, the lancelet. He's long, he can sort of swim, and he's got this crazy thing in his back. The kids are calling it a spine. The kids are dumb though, it's not a spine. It is a notochord though, which is like the Walmart version of a spine. Anyways, this freak swims around at the bottom of the ocean and digs himself into the sand sometimes. That's about all he does, but the kids love it. But things are about to change. See, the lancelet is tired of being just another invertebrate swimming around the seas of the Cambrian. So he's going to become something more, something beautiful. The first fish. Title slide and music is playing and wow and wow. The first bits of fish history are a bit blurry. It's like a drunken night out where you black out and forget half the night, except we're missing 12 million years of fish. But eventually we found them again, and now they look like this, which resembles a tongue more than it resembles a modern fish, but baby steps, okay? For the next 50 million years or so, nature just sort of made a bunch of different iterations of this body plan. You've got Hycoichthyes with a split caudal fin, and Hycoichthyes with a funny nose. Fish really weren't that creative at the time. That was, at least, until the invention of plates. Not dinner plates, but armor plates. Really tough pieces of bone, formed into medieval quality armor. But what happens when one guy in the village gets armor? Well, everyone thinks, shit, I don't want to be the only one without armor, so they get armor too. But then when everyone has armor, how does anyone eat anyone else? Well, thus begins the first notable arms race in fish history. Prey cover themselves in thicker and more abundant armor plating, while predators get stronger and sharper teeth inside of stronger and stronger jaws. Wait, back up. Jaws? Nah. Yeah, it's not really clear what came first, but at some point the fish went from these sucky do-nothing faces to being able to chomp. This is possible through the magic of the jaw. Basically some bones with a joint, so that the top and the bottom of the mouth can meet in the middle. It sounds incredibly simple, but as you are watching this, you likely use your jaw for everyday tasks, so thank whatever ancient fish came up with that. At this point, the jawed and non-jawed fish are pretty genetically separate, but it turns out the whole jaw thing was a good idea, because they will dominate the oceans for the rest of history, while the Anatha are only left with a couple of representatives, holding on for dear life into the modern age. You may recognize the most notable of them, lampreys and hagfish. Other than these guys though, the age of not having a jaw was over. And now, the biters came to usher in a new age of fishy goodness. The most popular of the biters, who existed in what I'm calling the Age of Armor, was the Dunkleosteus, who you probably recognize from some crappy YouTube video about how some guy saw one while diving. But the Dunkleosteus is far from the only armored fish of this era, and I'd venture to say nowhere near even the coolest one. To name a few, you've got Bothriopus canadensis, which looks like an AirPod that got run over, and had some crazy face bone that apparently the science hippies wrote a lot of papers about called a preorbital recess. The Tictodonctida, which look like modern day chimeras but are in fact not related basically at all, and actually had the first instances of sexual dimorphism in fish, which is when the male and female of a species look different. In this case, some males had hooks on their fins to assist in the mating process. And my personal favorite, the Acanthothoraci, which combine the idea of being cool armored ocean super predators with the idea of being a tadpole. The idea of being a literal tadpole. Hey, that's not bad. 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes isn't bad. Need to ask him to mention and pronounce Zhangjianichthyes. I already did. It's in the presentation. It's in here. Zhangjianichthyes is right here. Fuck, stop. Why? Zhangjianichthyes? I wanted you to fail hard. It's already in the presentation, sorry. I know you can't really see the presentation because my screen is mostly cat. I can make it a little bigger. My foot is asleep. I have to move my foot. But she's completely on this leg. How do I get this foot blood without moving her? Is this just an actual presentation for work? No, this is going to be a YouTube video. You don't? But Rose, I have to. Can I just slowly move my foot? Shush, shush. I'm sorry, Mala. I had to move my foot. It was asleep. If I don't get enough blood, I'm gonna lose my foot, and then I can't take as good of care as you. There you go. Here. Hold on. I can keep my legs like this, Mala. There you go. Find it now. Now find a comfy spot and you're good. You need a wider chair? This is not my normal chair. Okay. Hi. Hi, honey. I know. I'm sorry. I woke you up. My bad. My bad, honey. All right. Place a pillow on your lap? Well then, but then she's not on my lap. Get Mala her own chair. Now that's an idea. A little, oh, get her own stream camera. She can sit on her own chair. Just Mala 24/7 live stream. And her own little computer. Baking stream with Mala. And a mouse, and she can move the little mouse. I don't know what she's doing right now. I don't know if she's considering getting down or trying to find a more comfortable spot or what the idea is. Mala and AVNJ podcast, where I just talk and then she'll occasionally purr and I'll be like, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Okay. First, that would be great. That would just be a me podcast with her being present. I would just talk about fish while she's there. Acanthid, ostracoderms, jawed fish are stunt. And drink these. Yeah. First jawed vertebrates came often known as each fishes. Two groups of bony fishes, Actina pterygi and Sarcopterygi. She's leaning against my whole body right now. Like her entire body is leaned against mine. What are you doing, you weirdo? She's making biscuits with her hind legs now, too. Can I help you? I didn't know that there was a known transitionary fish between fish and amphibians. That's pretty good. When is Mala's bakery opening? I don't know, but she's damn good at making biscuits. Gotta give her credit where credit's due. Around the same time as armored super predators. You're leaning against my hand. It makes it hard to type, honey. Began. We're roaming the oceans. Is Mala your colleague or boss? She's my boss. This is how she ensures that I'm getting my work done. Same time as armored super predators were roaming the oceans. This fancy new way of being a fish. What's developing? Remember those hundreds of millions of of years all around bones. We put bones in the teeth. We put bones in the armor. We put bones on the back. We put bones on the bones. Remember those hundreds of millions of years all about bones? We put bones in the teeth. We put bones in the back. We put bones on the bones. Well, yeah. That was still the mainstream. But a few hippies said, hey, what if we got rid of those? And instead made ourselves out of cartilage. And I could have a funny word effect on the word cartilage. Uh-oh. She's facing the mic right now. Squeak to that, honey. The in-between fish was called Tiktaalik? No. Not for amphibians. Do something cute so we can get a viral short. Ghost Boy, there have been a lot of opportunities here. She's been very cute. Here you go. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Alright, do something cute so Ghost Boy can make a short. Alright, now she'll do something cute. Here you go, Ghost Boy. Clip whatever's about to happen. I think she saw a fish in the fish tank. Well, there were plenty of cute moments earlier that you could clip, Ghost Boy. I don't know if anyone clipped any, but there were plenty of moments where she was laying down, making biscuits and such. Bye, Rebel. Just gotta do all your videos with the cat on the lap for views. You think that would actually improve views? Yes, I don't think you're right. Maybe if it was short-term content like TikToks, but... yeah, I'm open to ideas for videos and questions. I typically answer the questions all at once at the beginning of stream, but I would love ideas. I'm in the middle of working on an idea right now. Why do I just disappear, bro? All right, there we go. Yeah, OBS is having an error now, where when I switch scenes, I have to deactivate and reactivate the camera. It just breaks. Bro, that was a hard headbutt. That one almost hurt a little bit. What are you doing? She's just, her whole body's leaned against me. You're not working? Oh, right. Sorry, honey. Yeah, instead made ourselves out of cartilage. Although a niche idea, this spoiler, turned out to be a pretty successful concept. With all of the modern sharks, rays, skates, chimeras, and more following the same lineage and philosophy. They didn't start out looking like they do now, though. In fact, the first elasmobranchs, I'll have to okay, have fun. I can't see my screen because she's in front of it right now. Oh, she's rubbing against my computer monitor. First elasmobranchs. Phobodus. Actually, it kind of does look like a modern shark, huh? Phobodus. Oh, they were 4 feet long? Like the first one resembled modern day frilled sharks called Phobodus. They actually got quite big. 4 feet. And served a similar ecological role. You're showing your butthole. Put that away. Put that away. Jeez. My daughter's a hoe. Actually got quite big and served a similar ecological role as sharks do in the modern day. Sharks still do in the modern day. Ask Mala what her opinion on sushi is. Mala, what's your opinion on sushi? She had no comment. Whoa! You slipped! You're just gonna walk away like that didn't happen? Okay, honey. She slipped and then just walked away as if she didn't slip. Real smooth. No one noticed. No one noticed you slip, Molly. You're good. I'm sure the people won't remember that. Alright. Actually got quite big. Served a similar ecological role as sharks still do in the modern day. They actually got quite diverse for a while with some fun representatives who wouldn't make it to the modern day, such as the well-known Megalodon or what are hybidontiforms? The xenocants. Cool. Eventually, though, the group of sharks raised that we know into the modern day. No way I said the thing. Where is she? Well, she's gone. Rip Mala 2024. Eventually, though, the group of sharks and rays that we know into the modern day would emerge and burst in diversity. Emerge and burst in diversity. Interestingly, coelacanths also made quite a name for themselves in freshwater, many species being found there. That's pretty uncommon. Cartilaginous fishes throughout history. Cartilaginous. Why did I say cartilaginous? My brain's breaking. It's 8 o'clock. It's my bedtime. I don't think I'm gonna get all the way through this. Brain rot. My brain is rotting. Bro, I opened Twitter earlier. Like, I went to my browser, I clicked on Twitter, I read the first post, and I was like, nope, brain's rotting, goodbye, and I closed it. Alright. Vishian. Giants. Reptiles. Amphibians. By this point, fish had already created ancient versions. When was Tiktaalik? 375. Yeah. Okay. Actually, 85-year-old man in a 20-something's body? No, I used to sleep at 3 a.m. But when you have a job that makes you wake up at 6 a.m., you go to bed at 8 p.m. Trust me. You wake up at 6 a.m. for fucking years. You could set up a 24-hour fish tank live stream. I could, but then I'll forget that it's there and I'll walk past it naked. Nope, I sleep from 2 to 6 a.m. Well, that is incredibly unhealthy. I guess I should have stated, if you are a healthy human being and you have to get up at 6 a.m. I have no clue where she is. Why are you just walking around the house naked? Bro has clearly never had their own place. 'Cause I fucking can, bro. By this point, fish had already created ancient versions of the things we know and love today. Is Tiktaalik actually the link? The genetic link? Yeah, it is. Okay. The Tiktaalik had plan to create mammals, labyrinthodonts, had done the same to create amphibians. What was the reptile one? It was also labyrinthodonts. Then later create reptiles as well. I would put more effort into giving examples typically. Later create reptiles as well. No, this is for a YouTube video, as it says in the title. Didn't realize how many words you needed to make a video. Yeah, it's a lot. It's typically like 3 pages of this, of single space to make a YouTube video. If I recorded this right now, it would probably be around 5.5 minutes. And you need 8 minutes like minimum, and I'd prefer it to be a little longer than 8 minutes. So the Dons had done the same to create amphibians, and created reptiles later as well. But that didn't stop fish from continuing to do. Yes, of course. But that didn't stop fish from continuing to do weird stuff and evolve into the crazy niches we have today. In fact, creating all animal groups, think of, it's just a fun little side project in the history book of fishes. From here, the theme was niches. If there was water to be habited on this earth, there was a fish who would figure out how to do it. I don't think the video will be 15 minutes long, Ender, but I could be wrong. Anapsid and synapsids. What the fuck? You're not a fish. Well, I guess technically you are. You're also not a fish. We're talking about land stuff now. It's worth mentioning Sup, Raumsch. It's worth mentioning that some of the it's worth mentioning that large groups of fish existence by now sarcod fish. You got 45,000 channel points, Aram? I forget, what are you saving up for? Who live under the modern day only through a select few fish, but at a time were quite abundant. Oh, Discord King roll. Isn't that's 100,000, right? However, no group of fishes. Not the lobe fins. Nor the cartilaginous. Could stand up to the mighty, bony, gray-finned fishes, who would spend the rest of history in absolute dominance of basically every colonizable ecosystem out there. You won't gamble? Watch this. Coin flip. Heads, tails. You have 2 minutes to predict, and then I will flip a coin. Would spend the rest of history in absolute dominance of basically every colonizable ecosystem out there. Nope. I don't know. There's 2,000 points on the line, Aram. Seems like a good opportunity. 4,000 points. Oh my god, look at that. 8,000 points. Wow, that would really speed up you getting there, wouldn't it? Oh, and look how good the odds are. If you just picked heads right now, you'd be getting really good odds, Aram. You'd be getting really good odds right now, Aram, if you just got in on the head side. 32% to 68. Oh my god, look at the odds. It's 83 to 17%. I mean, come on. You gotta put some money on heads there. There's no way. It's not a 17% chance to land on heads. I mean, come on. You'd be dumb. 16% chance? That's so unlikely. It's 15,000 points at 3,000. Aram, this has a 1 to 6 payout. You put 1,000 in, you get 6,000 out. Think about that. This is just a great opportunity. Look at how uneven the odds are. Everyone on tails. This is just a worthwhile gamble. Really for anyone, this is a once in 10 streams. You all should do it, honestly. Forget Aram. Someone needs to put money on heads. Why is this a 17 to 83% odds? Everyone who has money left should put it all on heads. These are such terrible odds for the tails people. Ruiz, it's a channel point prediction. You do it. You don't tell me. You just do it. You'll find it in the chat. All right, I don't know why the odds are 25 to 75%, because that's not the odds of a coin flip, but here you go. Oh, Aram. I guess the 75% win. All right, I'll do another one. This is how I'll keep you guys entertained. I'll just do a coin flip every 2 minutes while I write. All right. I want every colonizable ecosystem out there. Almost every recognizable in the modern age is a representative of this group. What you eat, what's living in your local streams, what you fish for, and what you fish for. We often think of our current place in the timeline as being final. In reality, we are just witness to one tiny bit of evolution's grand design. We just witnessed one tiny bit of evolution's grand design. And right now is the era of the bony fishes. Oh my god, 2,000 to 20? Come on, it's free points if you put money on tails. Those odds are so good. 99 to 1 odds? Come on, you guys gotta put money on tails. This is ridiculous. Someone put 50 fish food and they will win 2,000 basically if they get it. Oh, the last second, 200 from Ender. Oh, and the 15% wins. All of you idiots who didn't bet. Come on, I want to see more betting in the chat. I know some of you have money. Aram's fighting the urge. You're saving, Rose? Well, you could save by betting. You know what they said? The strongest defense is a good offense. The strongest way to save is to just acquire more dollars faster. Think of our current place and timelines being final morality. We're just witness to one tiny bit of evolution's grand design, and right now is the era of the bony fishes. My favorite modern representatives. I feel like I skipped a lot of history here, but it's fine. I can always insert. Actually, before modern, I should say. Some of my favorite extinct bony fishes are look at some extinct groups of Acanthopteridae. Acanthoterigi. Who's extinct? A lot of you. Who's extinct and looks cool? You kind of look cool. That's probably cool looking. Ooh, I like that one. Wow, that's related to polyterraforms. Is that not? Yeah, it is. Bashir's. Interesting. Ooh, you're fun. Alright, what was the bet? Oh, 50-50 odds this time. Alright. Ooh. Tails never fails, baby. That's 3 in a row. Hey, surely it can't happen 4 times in a row, right, chat? You might as well bet heads on this one. Surely it can't happen 4 times in a row. Terraforms. Gingly Modi. Whoa. I know about Pachycormiforms. think I made a whole video about them. Whoa. I'll have to talk about all these. God, there's so many extinct ones. All right, we'll go with that. We'll talk about these. All right, after this bet and coin flip, I will be ending stream, chat. I'll do a little bit of work on my own, but I want to make food and such and go to the bathroom. You have, this is the last bet, chat. You have 20 seconds left to bet. Who knows when we'll gamble again? Surely it can't be tails 4 times in a row. Surely the odds should be in favor of heads right now. And yet they are heavily in favor of a 4th tails in a row. I mean, fuck, man. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Have a good night, everyone.